back to our SportsCenter special free agency countdown. This now from Mary Kay Cabot, who says the Browns' Joe Thomas more than likely to announce he is retiring today. This is according to a source, and it's interesting because such a phenomenal player, but he had one season above 500 playing in Cleveland. It happened to come his rookie year, Teddy, and since then, of course, the Browns have struggled, and he's only won one game in the past 2 years. So apparently, Joe Thomas deciding to call it a career.
Yeah, bad news for the Cleveland Browns because this is a good player, and so to lose, that left tackle. I know he's coming off injury, but just a great Cleveland Brown, and I know he played 11 years. But I say he didn't play 11 years. He played about 20. Because when you only win one game in 2 years and you only have one winning season your entire career, it's like dog years. It's just painful to play and play and play for an organization that you feel isn't doing the right things for you. So 11 years, give him 15 or 20 in terms of severance.
And the consecutive snap streak, too. Let's be honest about that. I mean, he never left. But to your point, Teddy, it must feel like dog years. But Mort, that's what made his loyalty to Cleveland even so much more interesting.
Yes.
You have the great story about how he almost went to Denver in Peyton's last year in 2015, but he didn't want to do it because why?
Yeah, I think there were a couple years back-to-back where he had a chance to go to Denver. And what he eventually explained to friends and those who wanted him to go to Denver is, how can I face the guys in my locker room and walk out on them, bail out on them when they're trying to pull it together, and I'm sitting there saying, keep it together, and bye-bye, I'm leaving.
Yeah.
So he basically told the team he would not go to the team and say, I demand this trade to get done. He would not do that.
His play level descended a little bit over the past couple of years. Some of that is injury-related. But he will be sadly missed there in the locker room because this is a team that lacks professionals. They are sheep huddled before the wind. And to lose a Joe Thomas, who is the ultimate professional, hurts a lot more off the field, I think, than it does on.
But they've sort of I think they've tried to start to change that, right? What was the line by GM John Dorsey? We need to start having real players in here. And the transformation, we're seeing real players come back into this, right?
That's absolutely correct.
Look,
but
you know what?
Joe Thomas would have been a good bridge.
No question.
For the young kids versus these new guys that are coming in.
They knew where this was going.
Yes.
I don't think that they expected him back for another year. And they were going on as if he was not going to be there. Now, Tyrod Taylor came in there, and Joe Thomas loves Tyrod Taylor as a quarterback. That might have been enough to sway him, but look at it. He's lost weight. He's been on TV. He's preparing for his next life. The Browns knew it. Everybody was preparing to move on without him.
Let me ask you something that we talked about at the start of the show. The Browns have been among the more active, if not the most active team in the last few days. Does any of this preclude Cleveland from looking at Saquon Barkley in the draft?
I don't think anything is off the table with the Cleveland Browns. Look, if we're going to sit here and say that they lack professionals, they lack talent, they lack it at just about every position, then why would any position be taken off the board? I mean, I think there's obviously a logical roadmap that most people think they're going to follow as far as how they're going to address needs orderly, chronologically in the draft, but they need every position.
Well, there's